Hey, welcome to the My Inner Struggle podcast. My name is Laura Ferry. Today I'm talking with Melissa Harden again, all about being a mom and all the bullshit of the holidays and getting over those obligations. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm here with Melissa. She is out doing all the mom things, and here I am sitting here in the dark, actually, working on stuff. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about this week and Thanksgiving and all that comes along with it, and trying to find the gratitude in this chaos of being a mom and handling all the things. I'm happy that we're having this conversation. I literally just said we should record all of our conversations because they're insightful. So, how are you? What's going on this week?
Uh, this week is Thanksgiving. We're getting everything ready. And I'm not hosting this year. So, so I don't have to worry
Okay.
about all that crazy nonsense that comes with when you host at your house. And, um,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, we were actually considering taking the whole family and just going to like a rental and just like not doing like a traditional Thanksgiving at all this
Mm-hmm.
year. And then I got pressured. I feel pressured into doing going to a family member's house for Thanksgiving, and now that's what I'm doing when I really just want to go with my family. And we were gonna get like a Airbnb that had a hot tub and like just relax and play games because the holidays are
Mm-hmm.
stressful.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So I'm kind of in the same boat. So Thanksgiving for me is a little different this year, and I wanted to do something totally outside the box. And I was actually just finishing a blog about it too, because we always have all these like family obligations, and and then to dig in deeper, after the fact is like obviously Christmas is coming, holidays are coming, and there's so much like pressure and bullshit involved in all of these, and feeling obligated to buy gifts and go over the top and all of that. And I just can't, like, I hate that. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
I hate the pressure that's associated with all of the holidays. And then even like Thanksgiving so happens to be my birthday this year, and
Oh, happy
I
birthday.
didn't want, thank you. I didn't want to spend it with people that don't support me every day.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? What, like, so, and I wanted to just do something different outside the box, something that I've never done before. And I'm, sitting here a few days away from Thanksgiving, and I haven't come up with a plan, but I'm waiting for something to fall on my lap or not. Or maybe I'll stay home in my pajamas and work on my book. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place, but I know that right now, one of the topics that I wanted to talk to you about that I love having conversations with you because you are similar to me, I think, in the way that you think. And I appreciate that you don't think I'm crazy or not a good mom, or that I tell the truth about things, and I like that you want to talk about the things with me that no one wants to talk about.
Of
So
course.
with that being said, um it's Thanksgiving and we're supposed to be grateful for everything that we have in front of us, yet we're running around doing all the things, and sometimes it's really hard not to feel resentful to all of the people that we love around us because we're holding so much. Do you
Yeah.
struggle with that ever?
100%. I mean, like
Okay, good
the
answer.
reality is that I think as parents, for me in my situation, yours, I'm assuming that you do not have the kids this Thanksgiving. Is that how that
No,
works?
so I don't. So it's his Thanksgiving, and even though it's my birthday, I had like a choice that I could, take or leave. And I had anticipated being able to go away and was sort of planning that, and then it kind of fell apart a while ago. So, I was still considering, what to do, but I also need
Yeah.
to make the best financial decision for myself because it's ultimately just up to me. So, maybe that's not the best use of money right now to run away somewhere or not. I don't know. I could wake up Thursday morning and jump on a plane. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the struggle with anything we do in life because it's like the holidays, right? Like, you want to make it, for me, it's like you want to make it the best for the kids, right? But it's kind of like when you think about going to Disney. It sounds so magical and wonderful. And I have gone to Disney with my family. It's like 100 degrees. It's like not fun. We're waiting
Hmm.
online for hours. It's you play up in your mind this magical moment, whether it's Christmas morning or Christmas Day or Thanksgiving, whatever it is. It's like you build up this, but the reality is that there's just moments that suck about it. So it's like
Yeah,
for me, I've had a long time now. It really enjoying the holidays because it's really never about what I want or what moms want, but we're always trying to fit this need of everybody else. So whether it's,
right.
appeasing, my in-laws or appeasing my side of the family, whatever it is, it's like no matter what decision I make, it's like someone's always disappointed. And then it's like, well, fuck it. Why are we doing the holidays? It's just a big fight.
Right.
So yeah, it's difficult because you have to take all that emotional baggage and just shove it down deep and provide a great holiday for the kids because that's what they're going to remember. But then they're
Yeah,
going to
come
grow
up with
up
some
and
magic.
come up with the magic, but it's not magical. And so it's
Yeah,
like that's the if we can get a good moment, I'll take it. But it's getting there is difficult. There's a lot of pressure. I mean, for me and my family, I'm responsible for all the gifts. I'm responsible if we need to bring food to an event. I'm the one that's cooking, and I never can bring just like cookies. It's always something that's like the most difficult item to bring, and then you're bringing it because you want to be good in your family and bring something, but then you hate it because you're resentful the whole time that you have to now take your for me it's like a day off and now I got to spend it cooking the entire day. So which I do which
right.
there's like I always say this that there's multiple truths can exist at one time. So as much as I hate and dread having to make the food, there's a part of me that also likes it because, I'm doing something for my family. So, yeah,
Right.
the holidays are not easy, and it's not. I don't think it's an easy. I don't think that if whoever says they absolutely love the holidays, God bless them, because I know that it stresses me out every year. So,
Yeah, I think in the last couple years, and so I can understand with what you were saying is like, you're the one responsible for buying all the gifts. And I just actually this weekend, one of the nights, I can't remember what night, I guess I did, I don't know, I didn't have the kids. I watched Bad Moms Christmas. Oh, when I was sick one day last week, I watched Bad Moms Christmas. Have you ever seen that?
the
Okay, so
Christmas
that is
one,
like the ultimate, right? And she's like,
yeah,
the Christmas one.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to.
So,
I'm now. I'm
and
gonna
she's
have to
like,
go home and
why
watch
do
it.
I have to buy? You need to, or come over. We'll have a girls' night.
There you go.
And one of the moms is like, why am I responsible for everyone's gift in everyone's family? Why can't my husband buy gifts for his own mom? Why can't, and I spent my entire marriage doing that, responsible for everyone and everything and every detail of every fucking thing that we did throughout the holiday season. It's too much for one person. It's
Yep.
way too much. And no wonder the resentment builds. And now I think that I've been on my own, it is all up to me. So I've let a lot of things go. Like I don't, I'm not going over the top anymore because I can't. I could, financially I can't
Well, I
and
gotta say,
physically they want time with us. They don't want a
yes.
bunch of shit.
No, and to be honest, early on, I kind of instilled that in my kids. Like I would do the, I would do the Christmas list with like, what do you want Santa to get you, right? Like, so it's like when I think about like, oh God, I gotta have all this extra crap in my house now, like, and it's stupid stuff too. It's like stuff that we're eventually gonna throw away, whether it's some type of like cheesy
Yep.
toy or something. And you could try to do the hand-me-down thing, and that works so much, or give it to a neighbor. But we all have too much. And so I remember my friend being
Right.
like, well, what do you do for Christmas presents? And I'm just like, what do you mean? What do I do? Like, I get them each, like, I think 6 to 10 items each, but I don't spend more than like $100 on each of them. And that's because
Mm-hmm.
it's just too expensive. And so my one friend would be like, you're not
Right.
going to get the hoverboard, or you're not going to get the whatever. And I'm like, they don't need that. And if I'm going to teach them now that Christmas is about big presents rather than going and driving around the $5 light show, and having hot chocolate that
Yeah.
we made at home and brought with us, it's
Right.
really the value of what you want to teach your kids. We all want to have these kids who are respectful, mindful, good humans in society. And yet we start at a young age teaching them, as simple as Christmas, like, oh, if you want to get that, the $1,000 phone, maybe Santa will bring it for you. And then now we put ourselves out.
Right. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
And
So,
honestly, I'd rather do a big thing for their birthday because that is
right.
like all about them. Like that's, we all deserve to be spoiled a little bit on our birthday. I think that makes sense. But when it comes
Yeah.
to Christmas, it shouldn't be all about like what's under the tree. You're right.
Well, even it's interesting you say that, because I just ran into a friend of mine at the store, and she was saying, like, her daughter had turned a certain age, and I guess in her culture, I couldn't remember what it was. She was saying, like, it's a big age for her. So she said she was going to go and make this big party, because I was looking, because my youngest son Miles, his birthday's coming up in February, and so he wanted to go to, like, the trampoline park. So I found this other
Hmm.
place, and to have 25 kids at a birthday party, it was $1,185. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Fucking
We're
ridiculous.
gonna do cake in the basement and shoot streamers or something, because I'm not. That's crazy. And so I think what we
That is
do,
crazy.
that's crazy. And so I was talking with this woman, and she said the best time that her and her daughter had was, instead of doing a party, they went into New York City. And meanwhile, her daughter's there. She's like listening to our whole conversation. And her daughter's saying it was the best birthday ever. They just went into the city. They walked around the history museum. They went out to a nice dinner. Her mom said, like, oh, I got her, like, she could get whatever she wanted on the menu. So I think she got, like, salmon, which is like, what, 30, $40, whatever. But
Hmm.
the girl, when she was in there, she was literally jumping up and down, just so happy that her and her mom got to go walk around the history museum. And she said,
Hmm.
Mom, I want
Hmm.
to do that again for my birthday this year. And I'm like,
It's all about
that's
the
awesome.
experience because they're
Yeah.
walking away with these memories. They're not going to remember all the bullshit that was under the tree,
Yep.
or whatever. Yeah. All
Well,
about the experience for sure.
I mean, my friends and I have always been like that. If at the end of the day we show up with a tray of 24 cupcakes and just have a good time, my one friend, she literally makes a paper mache pinata every year for her son, and it's a tradition now for them. But what does that cost her?
Hmm.
Glue and water and newspaper
Right.
and paint,
Right.
but he will always remember that. So again,
Right.
we don't have to go cuckoo and chaotic all the time when we're parenting. Like, and we have to realize that even though we want to spoil our kids and we want to provide for them, sometimes that is not the best method to teach them how to be good people, because they're going to grow up, they're going to act spoiled. They're going to act, I mean, even just work, like going back to work for me, my kids think I have all this money now. So it's like, oh, well, we can afford it now, right, Mom? And I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean that you just, money means nothing. We just buy whatever, and we're not making that much more,
Right.
you know. So it's really for me, it's like teaching values. It's like, okay, so what are the holidays? Do I really want to continue this cycle of Thanksgiving, a stressful Thanksgiving to my kids? Because I don't care what anybody says. They see it. They're smart. Kids are smart. They know when you're upset. And so the holidays are totally rough. And I know it's not just me, but we all walk around and are like, yeah, going to my mom's for the holidays, going to my dad's for the holidays. And you could tell, like, there's such another story that comes with that. Like,
Hmm.
whatever the fights are, the dysfunction. And, we come together, but yeah, it would be nice if it wasn't so stressful. But you should definitely. What do you? Wait. So
Yeah.
what are you doing? So it's your birthday. So would you mind if I ask you where you
Yeah.
were invited?
Well, I was invited,
Whose house are we avoiding?
um,
You're pleading the fifth?
uh, no. It was my sister's house, and it's not that, I'm kind of, we're continually growing and going through transition, and we don't lead our lives the same way. And I'm navigating this like next layer. And I say that with reservation because, I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Of course.
But I think I'd rather do something different this year and just kind of, um, I don't know, just do something outside the box.
Yeah.
Basically to feed my own soul, like just to, whether it be, I started thinking about, a couple of my favorite movies are The Holiday and Eat, Pray, Love.
That's a good one.
And
Yeah.
I sort of manifest my own journey in that way, and especially with, and I was quoting The Holiday when I say like I'd like to, I don't know, like spend the holiday with a bunch of strangers and just like meet people and different perspective or whatever. But it's the same as Eat, Pray, Love, quite honestly, if
Yeah.
you've ever watched it.
Well, and
And
that's the
just
thing, and that's
going somewhere different. Yeah,
of course, and that's the thing is that if your family's really thick with you, then they're gonna say to you, Laura, go do what you need to do, and then we'll get together for Christmas. And it's not,
yeah,
nobody's feelings get hurt. Nobody's like, oh, you're not going to go anywhere for Thanksgiving. How could you do that? Because it's the same thing. Like, my son is 18, and there's only so much time left. He still lives at home, but that's limited, right?
right,
So we've always
right.
had this thought of going somewhere, right? To go, just even if it's like Kalahari to their Thanksgiving in the water park for the night, like it's not supposed to be to offend our other family members, but it's
Right.
something that I want to do with my kids, and I want to do it with my husband to go and have that experience with them, and my biggest reserve, and the reason why we didn't do it this year is because everybody started getting mad at us as soon as we said, we put the feelers out, right? Like, oh, I think for Thanksgiving this year we're going to go away somewhere. It was like, I got I don't mean to make this hard on you, but, so why don't you ever just choose to come to my house for the holidays? And that stressed me out so bad because it's like, this isn't about our relationship. Like, I just need to go be with my family and feel like,
Hmm.
not like we're always on this hustle and bustle of, taking the kids to school, taking, everything, taking them to soccer practice, taking
Right.
them there. I just want to have a relaxing time and not have to feel like we're rushed. A lot of times we don't get to, like, we have people at our house, but a lot of times we're going places and then it's like, you got to bring something and everybody's got to dress right. Like, I just, to,
Right.
to have a family member who would truly understand and give you the blessing to go do what you need to do for a holiday, for one holiday, is not, that should be normal. It shouldn't be like we're getting in a
So you
fight and,
ca-
oh,
so essentially you cave to the pressure.
I did cave to the pressure 100%. Yep, I had it
Yeah.
all. I had researched these beautiful little cottages up in Connecticut. They were like, because this time of the year, the prices are lower because it's off season. And so
Right,
I
right.
found this cute place. There was kayaking on the lake. There was a hot tub. I was like, I didn't know what to do, and I couldn't make the decision by myself, So like I was saying to my husband, what do we do? And he's like, I don't know. What do we do? Because we have our family situation, there is like a fight between some family members, so it makes it awkward because
Hmm.
it's like, here I haven't talked to this
Right.
person, and now we're supposed to get together for the holidays like everything's beautiful, and it's not. And so
Right. Well,
it's
that's part of where I wound up where I am, quite
yeah,
honestly, because I don't have the support of those people, like at all, in
right,
what I'm doing or anything or otherwise.
yeah,
And so I'm a little nervous even saying this right now, quite honestly, because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I just need support, and I'd rather
yeah.
spend the day with people that support me than those who don't, you know? And so like, and it really had more to do with my birthday than Thanksgiving per se, like,
Yeah.
because if it wasn't my birthday, maybe I'd still just kind of suck it up and go or accept what it was or whatever. And last Thanksgiving, actually, I, wasn't a great one, quite honestly. There were some like, family drama. So I'm not wanting to go back into that,
Yeah.
this year. But
Well, the
it's
reality
just
is
kind of like
for
a, yeah,
yeah, for me, it's like the reality is that so I'll talk about anything. Like and it's like a lot of people are afraid to um, confront when they're angry, and it's like, well, I don't want to talk to you because you're angry right now, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm angry, and that's an emotion that's just as strong as love, that's just as strong as sadness, and it exists. You can't just because it's hard to to confront someone when you're angry, it doesn't mean that you don't confront that person. To me, I'm like, well, no,
yeah,
I'm vocalizing. I am angry about what happened, and I'm sad about it. And like I said, many truths exist at once. And so for me, um, I would rather like with my husband, I'm like, we have to talk to this person because I can't go into the situation. I can't pretend. Like I just don't have it in me to pretend or to fake or to put a
yeah.
fake
I
face
can't
on.
fake anything,
Like
quite
I can't.
honestly. Yeah,
No, me neither. And so it's hard to have the discussion. But if we're supposed to be legit family, then why not have that discussion? How come we can't have that discussion? Why not say, you know what? I was really hurt by what happened, but we need to discuss this. And if we don't discuss it, every holiday from this point until I die is going to be awkward. And it's like, it doesn't need
yeah.
to be awkward. It's just that I think that in families, we're so afraid to address things with each other, and I really don't know why, because if it's the fear of losing the person, like in my situation, we're not talking to each other anyway, so we've already lost each other.
Right. Well, and
You
I
know?
have addressed this many
Yeah.
times before. So it's kind of like one of those, another relationship in my life where I continually ask for what I need and I don't get it. And so it was just kind of right now, I think I'm in the point where I'm like, I've accepted what it is and this is
Yeah.
how I'm going to proceed because
Yeah.
it's not, yeah. Um, so that's been tricky, but it has been addressed and it's just like, where do you go from there? Because this is what it is and that's
And
all
see,
it is. So,
so I look at it like, you, then whoever the family member is should support you by saying, I understand, and you go do what you need to do for the holidays.
mhm.
The offer's out there, so you're always
Yep,
welcome
that's
to
exactly what
come.
happened. So I think
And
on both ends, we're accepting of that for sure. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
And it's a little weird because I don't have my kids because I think if I did, I would just do it because,
Well, it's a different type of pressure. It's
it's
a
more
different type of
enjoyable with
pressure.
my children. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and it's like them getting to see their cousins and everything else, but otherwise it's just me. And
yeah,
when someone isn't in your life regularly on an everyday, um, and you know that they don't really have your back, like it's really hard to sit there for hours. Like, what do you even talk about? Because I can't
yeah,
talk about what's actually going on, right? So, like,
right.
I could easily sit down with you over turkey. I don't really like turkey that much though. And have a great day, but like it's just different, and I'm just gaining my footing, and it doesn't mean that I won't be back there. I'm just figuring everything out. So
Yeah,
it's an interesting place to be. That's for sure. Well, until next time, my friend.
sounds good.
Thank you so much for watching this week. Please, wherever you're watching or listening, hit subscribe. And if you are enjoying it, please share it with a friend. I'm so glad and grateful that you're here. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm thinking of you and sending you love, and I will see you soon.